Now on 4, here's a good game, Arena Ball.
From the heart of America's Motor City, it's the Detroit Drive up against the team from the Windy City itself, the Chicago Bruisers, in the war on the floor.
Welcome to the war on the floor. We're gonna kick some tail tonight. Let's get it on.
Hi, welcome to Arena Ball from the heart of London's Docklands. You're about to see the fastest, most aggressive indoor sport you've seen for many a long year. It's indoor American football. It's known as war on the floor. This game is played on an indoor astrosurface which is 185 feet in length and 80 feet across. That's half the width of a normal NFL pitch. The arena is enclosed by a padded wall which has to be able to absorb some powerful impacts. The kicking teams will be put to the test as the crossbars are 15 feet high and only 9 feet across, each side surrounded by taut netting. If the ball rebounds into play, it's still live and anyone's game. Along with the regular point system, there's the chance of an extra 2 points for a conversion by a drop kick following a touchdown and 4 points for a field goal also by a drop kick. So now we go straight into the action when the scoring was off to a fast start. On the opening drive of the game, Chicago's quarterback Harold Smith's pass was blocked in the end zone, which allowed Charles Harris the chance to dive on the ball and give Detroit the early lead. On the Bruisers' next possession, they failed to convert a 35-yard field goal and once again put Detroit on offense. Running back Lynn Bradford was soon to increase their lead when he lunged across the line for a touchdown. So Chicago trailed by 14 at the end of the first quarter. Their problems continued into the second period when quarterback Harold Smith left the field injured and was replaced by the second choice Mike Rhodes. We join the play with Chicago on offense. First down and 10. Your match commentator is Dave Enoch.
So it's a first down. The ball at about the 18-yard line. A quick pass, incomplete. Tried to hit Darrell Taylor for a short gain around the 20, but the ball was incomplete. You can see right there, Mike Rhodes can fire the ball. He's a big fella. Mike Rhodes, 6'7", 225 pounds. Played collegiately at Georgia Tech. Really winged that ball out there.
He'll be pleased we highlighted the drop there. One of the things that's most noticeable to me, they're not catching the ball as cleanly in this as they do in the NFL. Is that the tightness of the arena?
Well, it could be a number of factors. He'll try another one. And there you see Reggie Smith, and he may go to the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Reggie Smith.
And that's the difference. A good throw, a good catch, and he's away.
32-yard touchdown pass to Reggie Smith. And Chicago's on the board. Well, just as we said they were having trouble catching the football, Reggie Smith caught one. Nice pass by Mike Rhodes, puts it right on the money.
And a good pickup, and he's off. Now this is Super Nat. 5'6", the smallest man on the roster.
Yep, biggest man to the smallest man. And here's the attempt by Gary Gussman for the point after touchdown. And it is it is good. I almost said it was no good because there are, of course, 3 nets up there. And it hits the one that's behind the goalpost. In any event, it's now 14-7. As the Chicago Bruisers cut Detroit's lead in half here with about 12 minutes to go in the first half of play.
What's going to be going through the mind of Harold Smith? He's gone off injured. He's seen the man who's replacing him, played a storming part so far.
Oh, a short kick. And it's taken by McClay. McClay dancing his way into Chicago territory inside the 20-yard line. William McClay, wide receiver and defensive back, with a nice return, and just like that, a big break here for Detroit. They're back in business. Well, I think the fact is, and here's another look at the kickoff return. McClay fields it. That was a low line drive kick. That's the kind of kick you want to avoid, because the coverage can't get down there that quickly. And that was a nice return. Here's the pitch to Lynn Bradford, and Bradford's inside the 20. And now there's a late penalty flag after the play. So we'll see what happened here. The officials will sort things out. They might have had a personal foul here after the play. Let's see. That's exactly it. Oh, it goes against Chicago. Keith Smith, the guilty party there. So this will be a big gainer for Detroit. 82, Keith Smith.
Well, he doesn't look best pleased about that, does he?
Oh, I should say not.
First down, Detroit. First down, 10
Harold Smith and Mike Rhodes, Jeff, both saw playing time in Paris, and they both figured to share the playing time here tonight. So I don't think Harold Smith would be too concerned about the substitution there. There's a pass. It's picked off. It's picked off. That's Mike Powell. Powell on the way back the other way. Out across the 10-yard line. Chicago gets it right back.
The difference in the Chicago play since they changed the quarterback has been totally noticeable.
Chicago looks like a fired-up football team right now. And as for Detroit, Mike Trigg, the trigger. Boy, Mike Powell was right there. And a nice return by Powell. Who's out of Weber State, which is in Idaho, in the northwest portion of the United States. And now Chicago, with a touchdown here, could tie up this game. Mike Rhodes still at the controls. Under some pressure, dancing. Now he's picked off. Dwayne Dixon back the other way. And Detroit gets it right back on consecutive interceptions. The Bruisers give it right back. Second turnover of the night by Chicago. And I'll tell you what, Mike Rhodes would like this one back. A big mistake there, as 88, Dwayne Dixon, former All-Arena selection in 1987 and 88, injured part of this season, but came on strong towards the tail end. Has given Detroit drive the football at the 13-yard line of Chicago. First down. There's a completion. Did he get in? Touchdown. Mike Trigg with the touchdown pass to George LaFrance, number 27. Well, we told you about LaFrance. He led arena football in scoring this year, and there you see why. There's the pass again, and
only just made it.
Right, Kennedy Wilson, the defensive back, was right there with him, but a nice reception that time by George LaFrance, and it's 20-7 now with the attempt for the point after touchdown by Rusty Fricky. The snap, and it's no good.
So Detroit once again increased their lead. Chicago's kicker Gary Gusman was unable to come to terms with the narrow goalpost and missed a couple of attempted field goals. But no such problems for Detroit's Rusty Fricky, as he added another 3 points to their score. We rejoin play with Detroit in possession at their own 17-yard line.
Second down. Here's a pass complete to Jack Brown inside the 15, down to about the 12.
5-yard gain.
Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a third down, and we'll call it about 3 yards to go now for a first down, and time a factor here for Detroit. 45 seconds, clock is moving as you look at the reception there by Jet Brown, and the defensive play immediately made by Mike Powell.
And again, while the huddle's going on, the clock is counting down. It does not stop.
Here's the pitch to Bradford. Turns the corner on the left side, down inside the 5. And now we have a timeout. First down, Detroit. They will stop the clock here. As you look again, the pitch to Lynn Bradford, who can be such a factor in the game. 27 seconds to go. And here it is to Bradford. Up the middle, touchdown Detroit.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Lynn Bradford, 3-yard touchdown run, second touchdown of the night.
29-7 on the stroke of halftime. Just 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Detroit yet again emphasizing their superiority on the night here at the London Arena.
And you just know that that man, Lynn Bradford, will get the call when they get down in here close. Rusty Fricky to attempt the point after touchdown. 20 seconds left and trying to widen that lead here to 30-7. The snap, the kick is up, it is good. 30-7, Detroit leads Chicago here with 20 seconds.
Welcome back. Detroit opened the second half by missing an 18-yard field goal. We join play with Chicago at their own 8-yard line.
Second and about 7. Rhodes going downfield for Akins. Down at the 1. Carl Akins. The bomb from Mike Rhodes, and Chicago is in business.
Without doubt, the best throw of the night. We watch it through from start to finish. Plenty of play, plenty of time, Mike Rhodes. Good left arm throw, high, accurate, bang. Just a couple of yards short. Best throw of the night.
And there you saw a matchup of two of the best players in the league, George LaFrance and Carl Akins, and only a sure tackle by LaFrance kept Akins from scoring a touchdown right there.
That throw, that catch would have graced any football match whatsoever.
First and goal, Chicago. Here's the give to the running back. Did he get in? Touchdown! Jeff Dole scores for Chicago, and the Bruisers are on the board. So Chicago gets one on the ground. Jeff Dole carrying it in. His first touchdown of the night.
And I think the earlier throw deserved a good finish like this. Straight in. He wasn't going to be denied. Points on the board. Detroit 30 and Chicago 13. Extra points coming up, they hope.
Gary Gussman will attempt it. So come from the 12-yard line. It is good. 30-14 now. Chicago's back in the ball game. Striking in lightning fashion here with the long pass from Mike Rhodes to Carl Akins down to the 1-yard line, and then Jeff Dole took it in from there. It's 30-14 midway through the third quarter of play. Gary Gussman will kick it off. Gary Gussman, number 7 there in your screen. In his first year in arena football for Miami of Ohio, where he was a fine kicker. In fact, he's still a coach there, coaches the kickers. And here's the boot, a long kick. Drives LaFrance back, he picks it up on the bounce off the net. Dances forward, gets away from the first man. Down the right sidelines, across the 10, and taken out of bounds there. The man who scored the touchdown, Jeff Dole, was over there to help, along with Alvin Williams for Chicago.
Two examples there why this indoor game of American football is catching the populace's imagination in the States. One, this play off the net stretched taut either side of the goalpost. George LaFrance picking the ball up, good running. He doesn't know it at this stage, but he's going to end up smack against the foam wall. A headache in the making.
Right there. Smack is right. James Rafferty with the assist. Now under some pressure, Trigg going downfield. Incomplete, overshot everybody. George LaFrance, the only white jersey down there, and he was covered well on the play. Mike Trigg from East Texas State was number 3 in passing in arena football during the 1989 season. Here's a pitch to Lynn Bradford. Now he goes back the other way. And he's not going to get much. They stopped him that time as he tried to cross the 15-yard line. And a host of black jerseys there for Chicago.
And if there was any doubt in the crowd's mind, or indeed your mind, that this is just an exhibition game, I'm sure by now you'll have realised that the ferocity of the tackles put the lie to that rumour. This game is for real. Some of these men playing for futures, possibly in the NFL.
Well, Detroit and Chicago met 3 times this year. They opened the season with Detroit winning 40-28 at Chicago. Then, in the playoffs, Detroit beat the Bruisers 43-10. There's a third down play. Trigg to the air, picked off. It's picked off. Penalty markers down. Mike Powell came up with it. Powell gets away from one man, still on his feet. He's going to go. Mike Powell, touchdown Chicago. But there is a penalty marker back upfield. So let's hold off on this one. This one's going to go against Chicago, and that's going to nullify the touchdown. Boy, oh boy.
Well, there's the man in the red hat. He's the man who's made the decision, cancelled out that touchdown, much to the disappointment, it has to be said, of the crowd here in the London arena. Jack
Pitkus, the supervisor of officials in arena football, makes the call. It's first down Detroit. Illegal defense, the call now. You cannot play a zone defense. Another flag is down, and here's a pass completed. Thomas Monroe, I believe, the man who made the catch along the far sidelines. Number 20, check that, 88, Dwayne Dixon, over there, way over on the other side of the field. Let's see, it may have been against Detroit this time for illegal procedure. And that's apparently the case. It goes against Detroit. Illegal motion, the call. So it's first down, and this time the ball is all the way back to the 19-yard line. Trigg to throw. Complete. Dwayne Dixon again. No penalty, I don't think. This time Dixon makes the catch again. LeBron's in motion. Here's the give to the running back. And he's got the first down. Lynn Bradford out all the way across the 20 into Chicago territory, deep into Chicago territory at about the 16-yard line. This is the time of a game when Lynn Bradford gets tough to stop. Bradford is 6'1", 226. He's a strong runner, and there you can see powers his way forward before 32. Mike Powell brought him down. Back to live action. Along the near sideline, Trigg firing, and it was complete down there. The ball was caught by Jet Brown inside the 10 at about the 8. This will be coming right into your living room.
Also about to come right into the wall.
Yep, there he is, Jet Brown. So a nice gain. It'll bring up a second and short yardage situation for Detroit. 3:13 to go in the third quarter. Quick shovel pass to Bradford. Bradford up the middle. Touchdown, Detroit. Lynn Bradford.
What a clever play that was. A dinky little ball, and I think that's the only way you can describe that. It was not aggressive. It wasn't brutal. A very subtle, clever play.
8-yard touchdown pass from Mike Trigg to Lynn Bradford. That is a forward pass, and it's almost one motion. As you can see there, Trigg just almost bats it over to Bradford, and Bradford does the rest. Touchdown, Detroit. It's 36-14. Rusty Fricky to attempt the point after touchdown. The snap, it's a good one. The kick is up. It's good.
A convincing 23-point lead then at the end of the third quarter. Detroit's overpowering performance was far too much for Chicago to handle, and the fourth quarter was almost a formality. However, the opening drive of the final period did have its exciting moments.
This is 4th down, and Chicago will go for it. Rhodes steps up, throwing. Reggie Smith could not hang on. It's picked off. William McClay back the other way. McClay with a blocker. George LaFrance takes out one would-be tackler, and finally McClay is brought down all the way across the 20-yard line.
2 plays later, and Detroit now in possession.
Here's a pass downfield. It's picked off. Carl Aikens for Chicago. Back the other way, out across midfield and out of bounds. First down, Chicago. Oh, now we've got a brawl.
The game's known as war on the floor. I don't think it's quite meant to be like this, but we were just saying fatigue's getting in. There's one team ahead of the other by 23
Quinton
points.
Knight, number 50 for Chicago. Right in the middle of that.
Quinton Knight, the man who made the sack a while ago. I think that's possibly why the Detroit driver not too thrilled with him. But it's all action. You can't complain. This second turnover was backed by a third when a diving interception by George LaFrance in his own end zone gave Detroit possession once again. Chicago soon found themselves in a desperate position trying to stop the oncoming drive.
To the air once more, to the end zone. It's intercepted. And again, it's picked off by Mike Powell.
And that
Let's see, did he fumble it after the interception? There's a scramble. Oh, Detroit got it back. He intercepted it, and it was fumbled, and Detroit came up with the ball.
Let's take a closer look at that one to see exactly what went wrong. It's not been the night for Mike Powell, is it?
Well, in some ways... Oh, he just lost the handle on it, and right there, see who got that. It looked like Jet Brown jetted in there to get the ball, number 1.
Detroit still in possession and still pushing forward.
First down inside.
There's the action.
10-yard line, jumping again. No flag this way to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Yes, caught for a touchdown. Wade Dixon made the catch.
And that score was the last of the day. Detroit missed the extra point. The final result a convincing 43-14 in favor of the Detroit drive. 3 touchdowns, good game, well done.
Yeah, somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you can tell you've had a good workout. Did you enjoy that?
Oh, I loved it. Like the crowd and like everything. It's great. Great.
I've got to ask you, this is the first time me and the crowd have seen arena ball over here in the UK. Was that a good game?
That was a pretty good game on our part. We executed pretty well. We had kind of a lull in the third quarter, but overall, you know, we had a pretty solid game. You know, Chicago was a little bit off, but sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't, you know.
It was a great game. It was a lot of fun. It was hard, and we wanted to keep the fans entertained, so we kind of tried to keep it going.
It's a real mixture, the game, isn't it? You fellas have to be very versatile.
Yes, you have to be versatile, and you have to be in shape, because if you're switching both sides, you've got to be in shape. You can get awful tired.
Well, that's the point I pick up on, the tiredness. In the NFL, in the great outdoors, 100-yard long pitch, you can sneak a rest, but there's no hiding or resting here.
Right, you have to be a real man to play arena football.